Hi, my name is Ed. I'm from Burton Boat Sales in Lincoln. Welcome to another video. Today we are doing this Sealine S34. It's a 2001 boat, 2001 build and model, currently for sale here at Burton Waters in Lincoln. So what we'll do is a standard sort of fare. We'll go on board and have a quick look round at both the cockpit space and the internal accommodation, and so you get a good feel for it really. One thing we will notice before we quickly go on board is just the condition of the gel coat. So the owner's had her for about 5 years or so. We sold her to the current owner, and every year he's had the superstructure polished and antifouled as well. So all that's been done, ready to go, and you can see she's got a nice shine to her throughout. Obviously it's difficult to see the antifouling, but you sort of get the point. And without further ado, let's go and have a look on board. Okay, we'll start off at the bathing platform here, just because it illustrates really how easy it is to get on the boat. So you've got teak laid on the bathing platform, so that's a nice feature. Got a nice sturdy handrail, so as you walk across the bathing platform, you've got the security of that. Makes it a little bit easier if you're moored up on the starboard side as we are now, but it's even easier if you're moored up port side too. Nice step, an easy step into the companionway, into the interior and cockpit of the boat. You have got a transom gate here, so you can shut that if you want. So if you've got young kids or a dog or anything like that, you've got that security there. It's nice and easy to get up onto the side decks. So you've got a handhold here, a step here, and then you can walk up seamlessly up the side decks, up to the bow. Nice, again, nice sturdy handrail here as you walk down the side of the boat. If you want to get access to the windlass, or if you're mooring up or anything like that, so that's nice and handy. Right, go back into the actual cockpit area now. So sort of what you'd expect layout-wise from a 34. You've got a nice seating area over to the starboard side. This is where you're going to be doing most of your socialising. So for that, you have got a wet bar, but you've also got a fridge here for putting any drinks in, so you can serve drinks directly to the people sat at the table there. We've also got the seating area over to the port side. The owners had these seat bases recovered, so that's throughout the cockpit. All the backrests, etc., are all original. But it's well laid out, and I like the fact it's all on one level, so everyone's sort of on the same sort of space. On some boats, you get a step up, so you get to the helmsman sat a little bit higher up. It's just more functional and more sociable, I think this way. You have got storage underneath here, so we'll get a cutaway shot of this lifting up, but this is great for storing fenders and things like that. It's got a couple of hydraulic rams which make it lifting it up and down a dowel really. Engine room access is directly underneath this here, so it's just a case of lifting this table up and removing the legs. You don't have to remove any of the cushions or anything like that in order to get access to it, which is really good. Because on some boats you're having to move all the cushions and it's just a little bit of a faff really, but that's easy. Again, we'll do a separate section on the video going over the sort of engines and servicing bits and pieces, what the owner's done. We've taken the canopies off for the purposes of the video and also to take some photos, but you have got a full cockpit canopy on her, replaced in 2020. So as she is now is sort of how you'd have her generally if you get a nice day. So you've still got the bimini section up to give you a little bit of shade. You generally take the windscreen cover off just so when you stood at the helm position you can see directly over without being restricted by canopies or so you can nice view. You have got the canopy section, as I said, which goes around the back of the boat, so that it fully encloses you. And the back section you've got a sort of a Sealine trademark, which is the clamshell at the top of the radar arch, which you can pull down and store your canopies sort of in there as well. At the helm position, everything you'd sort of expect from a boat of this size. So you've got a chart plotter, you've got a speed and depth gauge, bow thruster here, twin throttles, trim tabs, remote spotlight, all your sort of controls for any bits and pieces on the boat, like windscreen wipers and things like that. And a little bit further up, dead ahead of you, is all the engine instrumentation. So everything's obviously repeated because you've got two engines. So everything from rev counters to position of the legs, temperatures and everything you need to know when you take the boat out to sea, or if you want the ribbon network as well. Right, let's go down into the accommodation we can have a look down there. Okay, when we get up to a boat of this size, you do gain this sort of nice saloon space. So you've got the seating area over to the starboard side, some storage area over to the starboard. You've got 3 portholes which let in natural light as well. You've got the light. You've got nice light wood on here, so it's not sort of hasn't got sort of dark wood and feels sort of dark and dingy down here. It sort of helps complement the nice feeling of sort of being light and open, really. Over to the port side, you've got the galley space, so it's all really well appointed. Everything you'd really need. This fridge was replaced by the current owner. So again, that works in tandem with the one above in the cockpit area, so you've got 2 fridges. Gas oven, which to be honest doesn't really look like it's been used. Twin burner gas hob. Current owner's got a dehumidifier on here. It's a good thing to have, really, just to sort of keep the moisture out of the boat and keep everything nice and clean and tidy. Lots of storage. So, got several cupboards. This one's quite neat. It's just a pull-out cupboard. Just making the most of the space available, really. And then over to the port side, you've got what is your sort of day heads, but also private ensuite for the front cabin. So with this one in particular, the owner's replaced the toilet. He's converted it to a freshwater flush toilet, because generally how it works with a lot of boats is it'll pull water up through the river or the sea, circulate around the toilet, and that can smell a lot of the time. So what the owner's done is replaced it with a freshwater fill system, so it uses fresh water from the boat. It's just a lot nicer, really. It's replaced the holding tank as well and all the pipes for it, so it's sort of unique to this boat, really. Moving forward to the master cabin. So one of the reasons people sort of go for something a little bit bigger, maybe they've got a smaller Sealine or a smaller sports cruiser, is that you get about when you get to a boat of this size, you get a dedicated cabin space. So you're not having to make up anything, any dinette or anything like that. When you want to go to bed, you've got a dedicated space to go and sleep. Over to the starboard side, you've got a wardrobe, nice hanging locker there, and a little vanity unit over to the port side. Again, you do get a natural light in here coming in through here. You've got a couple of portholes either side. You've also got a escape hatch at the top there, which when the blinds open will let more light in. And then again, like I said, you've got your private access to your ensuite. So if you want to use it in the middle of the night, you can do, just nip in there. It's really easy. Okay, so it's a twin cabin boat. So behind this door here is your second cabin. So as you walk in, you've got storage space over to the starboard side. You've got a nice cupboard, got a place to get changed in the morning. You've got a little bit nice, decent headroom when you walk in, and then you've got a couple of individual berths which extend the beam of the boat. You have got infills in there, so you can put the infills in and convert it into one big berth if you want to. But in general, just a nice, usable space if you've got guests on board, really. Okay, we'll just show you the engine room now. One of the things about Sealines is they're always nice and clean and tidy in the engine rooms. They use actual gel coat down there so you can get it really nice and clean. Obviously you can see the 2 twin KAD32 engines down there. Last service at the end of 2024. Over to the port side, you'll see the hot water clarifier as well. She's had a port engine turbo injectors fully refurbished in 2024. The outdrives are serviced every year. So the owner's had it since about 2020, so they service the outdrives every year since he's owned it. It's just very, very clean and tidy. Thank you for viewing this video on the Sealine S34 we have for sale here in Lincoln. She's available to view 7 days a week and is currently on the market for $74,950. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and the link to the boat is in the description below.